The 2025-2026 NBA season is already on. And one team look like they will be defending their crown, the OKC, with a 7-0 already this season, are leading the way with Shai and are doing so well for themselves. But there's also the San Antonio Spurs, who are also doing well with Wembanyama, are also leading the line for that team. Not forgetting Luka Doncic, despite injury, has limited him 40 points in back-to-back games. And not forgetting my man, Giannis Antetokounmpo, with the Milwaukee Bucks. Off the pitch, brought to you by Azar Studios. Uncanny Sam and the Bishop joins me as we look at what has transpired in the NBA so far this season. 2 weeks gone, Uncanny Sam. Our early predictions were simple, that the OKC are the team to watch out for, and they've not disappointed so far so good in the NBA.
Not at all. I think the guys have actually disappointed so far the Cleveland Cavaliers.
The Cavs?
Yeah, a lot of people, my hopes were high. When you ask me from the East, whom am I looking at? I said the Cavs. Not just me, practically everybody out there, because they've maintained the core of their team. Everybody is supposed to be there. Ivan Mobley is there. Galanderos is there. Their coach is there. Everybody is there. It's just, I think only Isaac Okoro and Kune left. So we're thinking they're going to continue from where it is. Even though they had a shambolic offseason last season, we thought, okay, being their first time, maybe coming back this year is going to be different. Remember, this same team started last season like a house on fire. They went, I think, 15 matches unbeaten before they lost their first game. Absolutely. This time around, how many matches played? Barely 7-8 matches played. Do you understand?
They've won 4 and lost 3.
They've lost 3 games, and not even just losing. They're not playing convincingly. In the NBA, 2 things matter. So that would like it on defense and offense. Probably just like everybody at this. And now you have to be extremely good in one and be average in the other.
Yeah.
So none of these two you can actually call them. I said these guys are good at. Now coming back to the OKC, like you rightly mentioned. We all agreed at the beginning of the season. We said, look, they're the team to watch out for. They maintained the core of their team too. Everything seems to be working very well. And they started they played their first game against a stubborn Rocket side. Because when you just add, what's his name, KD to that side have changed completely. You've changed that side completely. So I mean, that first game 1, first game of this year, it went to double or overtime. Yeah. The first overtime, they couldn't. Second overtime, they finally conquered that game. That was the game they were supposed to lose. Since they couldn't lose that game, like this conviction. And this thing. Now, it's just an amazing. When you go back and check them, the core of that roster, right? One person is missing. Jalen Williams. He has not come back. Guess who is in his place? Casey Wallace. And look at the job he's doing right now. Amazing. Shai, give it to him. Then the other guys that were there, Isaiah Hestington, trying to remember this other guy's name.
Wiggins.
No, Wiggins is even a French player now. I'm talking about the starters. You have Shai, you have Wallace right now, and you have Ludot, Chet, and Isaiah. These guys are amazing. They were there last season. They particularly won. Look, this is their 3rd season in a row. Now, what's so amazing about them is this, right? I might not be scoring like Rocket, because the way Rocket is scoring this season, you ask yourself, say, where are these?
What are they chasing?
Yeah, but guess what? When it comes to defense, just like last season, they've been conceding the fewest basket.
Yeah,
they conceded just about 104 points. I think 3 baskets per game so far this season. The closest guys to them are considered about 106. Talking about the Denver Nuggets, but offense, I think they're like 17. Now, so the good thing is this: they're not scoring much, but you don't score them much. So they have a balance.
With them,
the
3 points average.
They have a balanced team, because I mean, offensively, they're scoring about 117.3 per game.
But AJ, who has like 17.
Yeah, but now by the time you put everything together, average, you understand, you discover that they are not scoring as much as other teams are scoring. I mean, go and see what the Rockets are doing. How many matches played? So these guys, for years, they've never scored game. I mean, they've never win a game with more than 23.0 or so. Yeah, for a while. This year, they've actually been doing that back to back. The Rockets are averaging 126.5 points per game. They are the first team offensively. No team come close. The closest team has 123 points. I mean, 123.0 points per game. So the goal is this. That's why I said what stands the OKC out is their defense. They don't concede. So they barely concede up to 100 points per game. That's what it says. Because
they're living at that average, 100, 100.
And that was what won them the league last season. Their defense. Offense, when you check, they didn't score the highest number of baskets through last season. No. But they did not concede. I mean, they conceded the fewest number of baskets. And that's what that does to you.
I'm now sounding like a broken record, when it comes to the OKC. I think you understand if it's not broken, don't fix it. Simple. What you said is simple. Plug and play. That's what the OKCs are. You know what Shai would give you. You know what Isaiah would give you. You know what the teams will bring. And
No, they have a compact team.
a very
So
compact
yeah, they just have a compact team.
You can barely close your eye
My-
and pick out the starters and pick out the kind of something to
No,
put
my
in.
biggest fear
Yeah.
was this, right? When Jalen was injured, you know, he got injured, I think, towards the end of last season. I think he didn't play the final. I don't know if he played the final. Okay, he had the operation after the final.
Yes.
I was like, who is going to replace him? I didn't know that Casey Wallace is going to do an amazing job. What Casey Wallace is doing, amazing. Like you said, mind you, on the bench, they have Caruso on the bench. They have Wiggins on the bench.
Wiggins,
They have some other amazing key reserve player. This is what wins the NBA. They are doing well for them. You understand? Which is what wins the NBA for you.
I think apart from that, you know, when they find they've got a coach that has been there for so long, even when they were not in the winning,
About 4 or 5 years now.
not the fact that it's the winning team.
They're not shouty. They don't
It's not
start
a big-
today.
Yeah, but it
No
does.
big name,
If-
Coach
if-
Mark doing the needful.
Except you're an ardent follower of the NBA. You can
They-
you
can
can
barely
hardly call
remember
5
them.
of their players.
Yes, that's it.
Straight.
You
So
can barely
they are
call 5
not that shouty, but they have been amazing and they effective.
Even the
and
shot that
efficient.
were making noise about, I think
Come
it's
on,
last
he has
season.
become a face.
It's last
No,
season.
he has become
huge.
It was last season.
No, 2 seasons ago. No, 2 seasons ago. He was a contender for the MVP.
I agree.
The last season he won both the regular season
and
so come on.
the
No,
MVP.
Shai is so big.
No,
Shai is so big.
he's now big.
If you know a little about NBA, that's not how you would know about Shai.
Then I think but for me the biggest disaster to me has to be the guys they faced on the final, Indiana Pacers. And I was one of those who believe that they will also have a run. I know the injury to Tyler is Halliburton. Just before then, we talked about they were going to kill the whole season. But to lose 5 straight in a row,
Let
For
me
me
come to
was-
their rescue. Let me
no,
come to their rescue.
let me say something before
Let
you
me come
go.
to their rescue.
I think
So that you don't waste your time. Let me come to their rescue. Sincerely speaking, now I was equally worried, right? But when I check and I saw the kind of teams they play number one, then I saw what they have right now. Let me tell you the simple truth. I don't know if you know about what they call the 10-day exception. Hardship exception. They are about to give them to them right now. Guess what? Their starters last season all are injured. Obi Toppin is injured. TJ McConnell is injured. Miles Turner is no longer there.
Yeah.
Tyree Halliburton is injured.
Halliburton
So practically, what's
Miles
called
Turner.
Benedict
I think the biggest blow.
Benedict
Yeah.
Mathurin is injured.
Yeah.
Now, in the NBA, right, when you have 4 of your core team players
4 of
injured,
the 5 starters.
yeah, not even starters. If you
Your
four,
core- you have-
four,
everything
four-
has
because
a
you have-
core.
yeah,
You have
because
4
I mean,
players.
15 players now.
15
All
players,
yeah,
yeah,
so
but you
that's
have
not
like
giving
4
you.
or 5
So if
core players.
4 of those
Yeah.
players are injured and they didn't play 4 matches in a row, and they might not play the next 2 matches, NBA have what they call the
Hardship.
10 days hardship exception,
Exception,
where you'll be
yeah.
allowed to register
Yeah,
more
more
players
players,
to take
yeah.
their. That is where they are, right? That's how bad their situation is. So it's not their fault that they're not winning games. Practically everybody that was in that team that you know last season that took them to where they are right now, apart from Siakam, none of them is
None of
starting
them is
right now.
available.
None of them is available
Even
right now.
Siakam's number has been terrible.
Forget about when nobody is there. How will you, for me alone, cannot make a difference? Like I said, Obi Toppin is in. TJ McConnell is in. Mind you, what's the Miles Turner is
Turner.
gone
But I
already.
think that's the biggest blow for them.
No, forget about being a
He
blow.
seems to be the guy who puts all of them
Yeah,
together.
no, he's gone already, right? But
Yeah,
if
he's
Obi
out,
Toppin is
yeah.
fit, if TJ McConnell
Yeah.
is fit, if Benedict Mathurin is fit, if he's gonna team up with Siakam, they're gonna have something different. So the case is just different. For me, the guys that I'm gonna call, they don't know what they're doing. That they a complete mess right now is the Pelicans.
So before we go to the Pelicans, let's talk about the San Antonio Spurs. Now
Yeah.
started on a 5-game.
Before you go there, let me tell you something.
okay.
They are not contenders. They are not.
Why so?
I still don't think they are. I think the over reliance on
No. Forget about
And I'll
that.
tell you
No,
why.
come
I'll tell you
on.
why.
No, not
I'll
over
tell you
reliance.
why.
No, not over reliance because we would have said the same about OKC.
OKC,
you
because
say
they're
over reliance
over-reliant
on
on
Shai.
No.
No.
Okay, so the
No, the
exception of
quality.
OKC.
See,
The quality
listen.
around
See.
around Shai is good,
See.
but the quality around San Antonio
It's not bad, but it's not
as
there
good.
yet.
Exactly.
No, it's not
It's
there
not
yet.
as good as what you have.
Yeah,
at,
now
at
here
the
is it,
OKCs.
right? They have an amazing start. This is the first time in their history that they've won their first 5 games.
In a
And
row.
guess what? Before the beginning of the season, when we say he wants to do that, and he has done that,
Yeah.
somehow they lost
You know,
against Wune. I think
Songs, the
the
songs.
songs.
But not
Unfortunately,
about 6-1.
the songs that
No,
that have not been
5-1.
firing.
5-1.
I mean, yeah, they played 6 games,
Yeah.
lost 1. Lost 1,
5-1.
1-5. Now, the songs that have not been firing completely with the teams that they lost, and they lost against them in a very scandalous manner. Now, here is it, right? With the OKC, there's no depth in that team. What
the Sun-
you might, I mean, no,
Spurs.
with
San
the
Antonio
no,
Spurs.
with St.
There's no
Antonio
Spurs,
Spurs,
just
they have a new
starters.
coach, yes, but
Yeah.
there's no decent. Now, apart from the Aaron Fox that is injured right now, there's nobody out there because when okay, let's look at their starters. You barely know them too. Playing an amazing game. Aside from Wemby, maybe those actually following the NBA for long probably will know about Harrison Barnes. The other part, who knows about guys like David Vessu, the rookie of the year last season, Stephen
Steph.
Castle.
You understand? Then what was his name? Julian? Is it Chapeni? They call him or what? These are the core of this team. When you go to the reserve, they are not. They don't.
They don't have that household names.
No pundit in the NBA cycle is predicting them to be
San Antonio Spurs.
same thing
Because
with
of
the
quality
Sixers because of the squad in there. Now the only person they have that when he comes back, he's going to walk into that team is De'Aaron Fox. So with De'Aaron Fox alone and Harrison Ben, with Wembanyama, you can't win championship with these guys alone. We don't know what they're going to do in January when the deadline transfer are complete. For now, they will push. Yes, they might go to the playoffs, right? But they are not like what we're trying to do right now. The contenders, you understand? They are not the contender.
Well, let's still stick with the Western Conference.
Yeah, they are not the contenders.
The Lakers.
Amazing.
Now, unfortunately, Doncic injury has not.
I thought from LeBron James at the start of the
Well,
season.
it's quite young. It's quite so I don't have issue about that.
No, it's not from
Because
LeBron
No,
James.
leave on this decision.
You know,
Forget about it.
let's leave
And now
LeBron James.
Austin
Now,
Reeves is
40
out.
in 3 games.
14 in 3 game, yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, yesterday game was the game that they defeated Trailblazers yesterday, right? They playing them for the second time.
Yeah.
Their second loss of this season was against Trailblazers. First loss against Golden State Warriors. Second loss was against Trailblazers, which is surprising of the season for me. I will come to that later. Now, yesterday was the first time India winning that they didn't have a player scoring up to 40 points. That's amazing. That actually, but me, the key thing here is this, right? Seeing our own being a starter. Talking about Vincent. Gabriel Nnamdi.
Somebody we talked
Gabriel
about.
Nnamdi Vincent.
Vincent.
Like how he became a starter. There are a number of
surprising,
Nigerians
nice.
right now that what they're doing is surprising to me. How he became a starter in that team is a surprise to me. Because when you go to the starter right now, nobody talks about LeBron James. LeBron is injured, is completely out right now.
Yeah.
So you talk about Doncic, you talk about
Austin
Gabriel
Reeves.
Vincent, you talk about Austin Reeves, you talk about Ryu Hachimura, and trying to remember DeAndre Ayton.
And DeAndre
Now,
Ayton.
naturally, Marcus Smart supposed to be ahead
next
of
guy.
ahead of Gabriel
Marcus Smart ahead of Gabriel.
Vincent.
Based on history.
But because of his form, guess what he's doing? I mean, when you have a guy that is shooting, that is getting 63.6 points of his field goal, and he's shooting 60 and above, you
You can't
understand?
drop
From the arc, from the
So based
how
on
will you drop
form, you
that kind of a
can't
guy?
drop him.
Though it's not sustainable because
Yeah.
come on, you can't reach to the end of the season. But when you're such a player,
But it's shown that he can be among
would you think
them.
of dropping him? You wouldn't.
Yeah, definitely.
Amazing.
It's not
And guess what? They're
possible.
doing this thing with LeBron.
And that's what. And
So
that's
they're
why
not missing LeBron right now. You understand?
Exactly. That's
They're
what I
not
was
missing
going to
LeBron right now.
Now, it's
And
not.
guess
it's
what?
It's not
Now
around
that's what
that.
I'm talking
They're not
about.
missing him at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about now.
Probably
Now,
part of the contenders.
of course, they are a contender. They are a contender ahead of Dispo. Even though Dispo are currently number 2
Ahead
in the
of them, yeah.
But when it come on, you know the NBA now is long. It's a
Even
marathon.
ahead of the Golden
80
State-
games.
even ahead of Golden State Warriors.
Oh, of course. Well, no, okay.
Wow.
no,
Wow.
they
Wow.
are. No,
Wow.
they are.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
They are in the same bracket with the Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
No, they are in the same
Nah,
bracket.
nah,
They are
nah.
The
all
Warriors have
contenders.
been poor.
Eh?
4 for 3.
4-3. But see, this is
The Warriors have been poor.
No, but
This is
come
how-
on, they have a depth.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
do,
issue.
they do.
And
It's a long season though.
It's a long season. That's what I'm trying to say.
Is this
You
just
have-
match day 5 or something?
You have
6 or 7?
82 games during the regular season.
Yeah.
Then you have almost 17 to 20 games during the offseason.
Off-season.
And there's still
100 and
the
something games.
NBA Cup in between.
Now they've considered as part of the normal regular
Exactly.
season.
So it's long.
It's long, yeah.
So let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm beginning to call. Come on. Give
The
me
Warriors-
one second.
Okay, big season for Doncic.
Of course,
Big
issue.
season.
He
Big
needs to prove. I'm trying to
Proud
remember this
of
I
guys.
guy.
think
for
the
the-
I think
for
the
the
absence of
MVP.
the absence. I agree. I quite agree too. I think it can be. I think the absence of LeBron James has put the mark on him.
He's going to come back.
Yes.
But I'm trying to remember the name of this, the front desk manager in the Mavericks. I'm trying to remember his name. I think he wants to prove him wrong this season. The guy that sold him.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
I think he wants to prove him wrong this
He
season.
wasn't the guy.
And guess what?
the right
Eddie,
guy.
Eddie, that was direct whatever for him. He's injured already. If you ask me, remember one of the reasons I called for you during the beginning of the season. I said
Yeah.
one thing that I expect if they are fully fit, the Mavericks. But guess what? They're struggling, and they are fully fit. The only person that is not playing right now, the only person that is not playing right now in the Maverick is Kyrie Irving,
Kyrie Irving, yes.
because you have Anthony is there, and they had the number one pick last season. Copper Flag.
Copper Flag is not doing badly anyway.
But the team is not doing well.
Exactly. That's it. It's not doing
You have
badly.
Klay Thompson there.
It's not doing badly.
You have PJ Washington there. You have Daniel Gafford there. You have David Lively there. You understand? And
They're
all this,
struggling.
they've won just 2 games out of 6. They're down
That's
there.
Really poor.
Ve-
Really poor.
So come on, for the Lakers, they are going for it. They are in the same, like I said, they are in the same bracket. There are 5 teams that actually put in the same bracket. You see, the Lakers, the Denver Nuggets, the OKC, the Golden State Warriors, and the Rockets. For me, they are
These are
for
the guys.
now.
These are the guys.
After the first 2
and
weeks,
for the Rocket, because of the KD factor. You know what that guy is paying?
beyond KD, the Rocket, we are getting there. Beyond KD,
Yeah.
KD is like the icing on the cake. They had an amazing season last season.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They had an
But
amazing
KD,
season.
KD
this
takes them to the next
Of
level.
course, anything that KD walks
Because
into,
with KD,
you bring.
come on, man.
No,
That's amazing.
Anything that KD's walk into brings probably 30 to 40% of what the team will offer.
Now, since we're on the Rocket, now
Yeah.
4-2 this season, 6 games. They've
6
won
games,
4,
yeah.
they've lost 2.
Yeah.
Not a bad start.
I mean, losing against OKC, understood. The only
Yeah.
game they lose, that probably I'm asking question, which is 2. I wouldn't want to ask so many questions. Is against Detroit because they lost their first 2 games against OKC and against Detroit.
Detroit,
Yeah.
they won a 4-game winning streak.
But come on, let me just go to the starter so that you understand what this team is made of. Again, there's a Nigerian there that is doing an amazing job. Josh Okogie. This one plays for our national team. The two
I
of them play for our national team.
You know the thing with
Guess
Josh?
what?
Josh has
No,
but Josh played. Josh was
He
last
played.
basket.
Josh was the last one.
I think
What
was
are you talking about?
co-captain also of the team.
See, he has been
to be honest,
he has
Josh-
been with
Josh
the
has
Tigers for the longest
For the longest
I
time.
agree.
See,
My
you know
problem is
something funny
Gabe.
happened.
Let's leave
You
Gabe
know,
out of
looking
this
at him,
conversation.
right? Looking at him because he took this guy, Steve Adam, to the bench. He replaced Steve because on their game day one, guess who started in place of Josh?
And
It was Steve Adams. You understand? But from game 2 till now, Josh has become a starter. Probably Ime Udoka factor, blah blah. But it's not about Ime Udoka factor.
And he's averaging 10 points aside from the last game.
Yeah,
where he had to. So it's not bad.
but when you check their starter, when you have Josh Okogie, you have KD,
Yeah.
you have Emin Thompson, you have Simi Jabari, and you have this Turkish guy. Is this Sengun? You have a team that can fight for you. You have a team that when it's fit, they are proper contenders too. They might not actually play probably some of the strongest opponent, but mind you, they play the Boston Celtics, they play the Brooklyn Nets,
Yeah.
they play the OKC. You understand? But their credentials, and they had the highest scoring teams. They're scoring 126.5 per game.
We don't doubt the attacking prowess. I
You
think
understand?
I'm looking at
That
it-
the part-
I'm looking at
see,
it
see, the
that
icing on
they
the
are-
cake is this, right?
Yeah.
It has been proven beyond reasonable doubt right now that Ime Udoka is an amazing
I was going there on Kanisam.
He's
I
an
was going there.
amazing
Now,
coach.
see,
he did that with now when he did it with the
Boston
Celtics,
Celtics, yeah.
we thought he made a Barcelona kind
a
of a team.
perfect
You understand?
team.
A perfect
Double
team.
J's.
Where
Yeah.
no, we thought he did and slot kind of
No.
thing.
Yeah.
Where somebody had worked for him.
Villanova. Tito Villanova. Don't do that.
But you must give it to him.
No, you.
I think
I think Sam
it's-
will start getting his attention.
yeah, he
He
has
needs
to.
attention.
You know,
He has
we
to,
must give it to him.
and Nigeria have to rally around him as well because
Probably bring him back, but come
Yeah.
on, Messi must be
Defensively,
happy.
funny enough, defensively, right? They are not equally.
they're not doing badly.
They are not
but
considered much.
they're
Though they are
not-
considered
yes.
100 and is it 115 or 100
Not
so
bad, but
per
not
game.
good enough.
But
for-
no,
for
for the
title.
first time,
They're
we don't
112.
112 per game.
112
per game.
No, defensive. No, they are 12 when it comes to defensive rating
Yeah.
right now. After why offensive rating, they are number 1. A balanced team for you. Out of 30 teams, you're 12 in defense, first in offense. It shows you a balanced team. And they are winning teams with reasonable margin. 20 something, 30 something. It's just like the Pelicans are losing matches with 31 points. You have Zion Williams, who was the number 1 pick. I think.
Zion Williams,
If
He was.
I'm not mistaken.
Like 3 or 4
And
years.
this thing.
Yeah.
And he's
3
fit right
seasons
now.
ago.
Yeah.
About 4-5 seasons ago, then he allowed himself to be
Yeah,
messed
4-5
up with so many issues here and
With
there.
women
And now it seems
and a lot of
it's
things.
all gone. And just
It's
like
gone.
your friend fighting a coach right now, Grizzlies, what's his name, Jamoran.
And he started the season well.
They asked him
In
a
the first
They
game,
started
he
well,
did
though.
well.
We're talking about him off camera. I was like, wow, what is that? The guy is
the new
having?
coach doesn't give him the amount of time and the amount of attention that the former coach
Yes.
Jenkins gave him. So he's becoming. He feel they are undermining him right now in the team. Go and see what happened last game. He has been suspended for one
I
game.
understand, but
He has been suspended
his
for
number is
one game.
started the season well. The coach is rally around
So-
the
so-
place of
but I-
force.
So for me, having Josh as a starter.
Josh.
And having
Josh.
Ume Luka doing
I
fantastic
would,
well.
now my eyes on
It's
him
amazing.
anyway. I'm waiting to see what he's
No. See, after every game, just go and check what he's doing. Or for every game, check what
My
Josh
eyes
is
on
doing.
him right now.
You understand?
Because
I'm happy
you
to see this
look
kind
at
of
for
thing.
me, I call him Billy Nigeria, but I don't count Gabe. Gabe hasn't
Yeah,
played for us.
it doesn't
For a
mean
very
it's-
while.
he's still in
Yeah,
Nigeria.
no, Gabe since the Olympic before the last
Yes,
one.
he hadn't played. for
No,
us.
he hadn't played. Yeah, I
Yes.
think he was the guy.
I
that
think
was
when
about
those
23.
issues with the Aminu brothers also
He was
happened.
there.
No.
was there.
It was after the Aminu
Well,
brothers.
he was still there. That
No,
means he was there, but he
No,
left.
he even
after.
became the core part of the
core
team
after they left,
when we
yes.
defeated the USA, and he has about I think 10 threes, I think in that game.
in that game.
Yeah, he has about 10 threes. Yeah, he made about 10 threes. That was when he became that big. Then all of a sudden, because I could remember Steve A.C. was trying to
water him
his
down,
name.
yes.
That's some dude name.
Gabe Vincent.
Then he was with the Miami Heat.
He was trying to
That,
water him down.
that when he plays with the Miami Heat, he's Gabe Vincent. But when he plays for Nigeria, he's in Nando or some sort of. You understand? Now he suffered a very huge backlash then from Nigeria, and he said,
Yeah.
"Look, you guys don't know me. This is me. I'm not trying to do anything funny. You understand? I'm just trying to talk.
He's
This
expressed
is
like
how I talk.
comical, yeah.
But good to see him doing that.
But let's go to the Eastern Conference.
No.
The 70. Okay, before
Okay,
we go
yeah,
to-
yeah, Sixers, yes.
The 76ers
Yeah.
are leading the pack in that.
It's
place.
all about VJ8 come and Terry
Joel
Maxey.
Embiid.
No, come on, not the
Oh, Embiid has played his
the
part.
generator.
I know,
VJ8 come.
this is why I'm calling Joe is this.
He's only going to be there. He's big, but it's not the impact.
You know, he's
of Embiid.
injured. This guy is playing with injury. And
The
numbers he
injury is not
churns
as
out-
much. If he's not fit enough
no,
to play,
he's,
these guys are
no,
not
he's,
funny.
he's managing it because
I
he
understand.
didn't play the last game, but he
I
played the game
understand.
before. That was the game where he
See.
got fined $50,000.
See,
for a
I'm
crazy
tired
gesture.
of speaking so high of him and getting little or nothing from him, sincerely speaking. So I'm not going to do that anymore.
I think it's injury laden.
Whether it's injury laden or not,
That's
look,
the problem.
Look, when you are available, you should be available. Give you 100%. Be the leader.
But now,
Now,
they're
the
trying to
game-
manage his injury.
I-
Play
I-
one
I
day in,
always
one
say
day
it.
out.
If you remember during the Olympics, when the US were down, when it was looking like the Serbia about to take them
Yes, and
out,
then Steph-
when we saw one of the most historic performance,
Steph
get
and
what
what
Steph. I mean, I say
Steph and then
no, Stephen Carr did no. He left 5 of them on the court,
On
which
court
is
for a long
for
time.
8
Yes.
minutes.
For a long
Without-
Left
without
now,
making any
It's
change.
depth.
the fact that he left Embiid, Booker,
Yeah.
KD, James, and Curry,
Yeah.
that Embiid was part of it. It shows some.
Shows
Before
the
then,
quality.
it shows the quality. And before then, there was a battle between which country will he represent, because the French gave him
Everything.
just citizenship.
Come and do it.
Come and play for us. And so they were so ahead. I mean, they hated him so much. If you remember, because the last Olympics was in France. Each time he touches the ball, they would shout at
They
him.
will boo
So
at him,
I
yeah.
was rating him so highly. But after the Olympics, last season, Man U decided so poorly. I understand that they decided very well this season. They've lost just one game out
To
of
the
other
Nets.
five or six. To the Brooklyn Nets, one of the worst teams this season.
They
But
won 5
it's
and
not
lost
about,
1.
For me, this season, since speaking that team is about Maxi Tyrese, the guy with the longest. They call
Tyrese,
it,
yeah.
is it the biggest lungs or the biggest gas lung in the NBA?
Averaging
And
33 points.
And VJ8 the guy from the Bahamas, I said, look, I grew up using generator, so I'm here to take my family out of poverty.
Generator man.
It gives you
Generator
what
man.
Edward, the generator man,
Yeah.
it gives you what Edward gives you every game. Anthony Edwards. So it's about those two guys for me.
Because if
Then
you have
Kelly
two players
Oubre
who
is
are
there.
averaging 50 per game,
Yeah, it's not.
that's
It's not.
fantastic.
For me, it's not even about. See, I look at now.
Goes defensively.
That's why I used to talk down. What's his name? Curry.
Curry sometimes, yeah.
Your total game, and that's why. That's one. Of, sorry to digress a little. That's why when people talk about your Curry, they'll tell you look at him in totality. Don't just look at
Goal scoring.
your total game. So my issue with
Steph Curry.
no, I'm talking about some other guys. You understand that you see with Tyrese Maxey, you have everything. It's total.
Offensively, defensively.
Everybody cannot be the same anyway.
Now, but so the team, the bulk of the weight of that team is on Tyrese Maxey
Maxey
and
VJ.
VJ8
Yeah.
and he's looking like he's going to be the rookie of the year because the way he's going right now,
By the
he's
way,
unstoppable.
It's not too early.
Anytime,
It's not too early.
anytime
It's not too early.
play, you're sure of 30 points.
Of course, he's supposed to be that guy that gives you what Nikola Jokic gives you in every game,
Yeah.
but he doesn't give you that kind of a thing. I mean, that's my anger with him. He has the ability to give you what Nikola Jokic gives you every game. Jokic win a game single-handedly. He win a game, and that is what Embiid should be doing.
Ball. That's what Jokic is.
But he's not doing it. Jokic win a game single-handedly.
He can do that alone.
Embiid is not doing it. That's my issue with him. I'm not questioning his talent. I just feel he's not utilizing it fully.
Okay.
Well, the 76, the Bulls and the Bucks, second and third in that conference.
Yeah.
Now-
All these guys are not contenders for me. Like I said,
I
they
don't-
are in second bracket.
if-
You see them.
yes.
You see the St. Antonio Spurs. The rest of them are in second bracket.
Same
But I want to
No,
ask,
second bracket. The
if-
first bracket is for the contenders. The second bracket is guys that look like the
That can
lie.
contenders.
Contender.
Yeah.
Then the
but
top one is
if
for the pretenders.
Giannis stays fit, can he push the Milwaukee?
He can't.
No,
he can't.
he can't.
So,
He can't. He
So,
can't.
no, I watched
He
the-
can't.
I watched the first 7.
He
though,
can't.
Come on, man.
He can't.
That guy is a beast on his game.
I know, but
he
he
can't
can't.
do it alone. He
But
can't
if
do
he
it
stays
alone.
fit,
He can't do it alone.
I've followed the
He
NBA
can't
long
do it
enough to know
It's
what
2
a
games.
team. See,
He can't do it alone.
I
He can't
followed.
do it alone.
Mind you, they defeated. They make a maze of the Golden State Warriors without him.
Yes.
Remember a dude called Ryan Rollins, a guy that was accused of shoplifting last year in when he was with Wizard.
Watch this.
Now he has to redefine himself. He has to discover himself. They took Steph Curry, Butler, Kuminga and Co apart without Giannis. They are amazing. We're expecting so much from them this season. But are they a contender? No. Okay, they ain't
That's
going.
why I asked.
They
If
are-
he stays fit.
They'll be, even if he stays fit, the new
Because
talent
one of the
around him.
problems that the Bucks have suffered in recent past is that
Over
when they
reliance.
need him the most, and
It's
over
over
reliance on
Over
Giannis,
reliance on Giannis.
and when they need him the most, he's injured.
Yes. Now he has a Miles Turner there too,
Yeah, but
who is a dependable alley, who is
But
an
but
amazing
his
listener.
numbers are not
But
too.
I am not
But his
gonna-
numbers are not there.
His
All
numbers
round
never been
player,
there.
yeah.
He's a guy that gives you just 10, 15 points
Yeah,
in a game.
but
But
it's all round
defensively,
play.
you
All
have
round
a guy.
play.
No,
Fantastic
defensively,
player.
you have a guy that
Solid,
gives you everything.
Solid. Yeah.
Now that's why they were able to let go Brook Lopez. For me, one of the biggest, one of the best forward that shoot from beyond the arc. Aside from Jokic, one of the guys that is Jokic and Embiid, one of the big forwards that gives you, and KD and the rest of them, one of those forwards too that is in their class is Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is part of the reason why we're talking about Giannis and go. Brook Lopez, Drew Holiday back then.
Drew Holiday, yeah.
The weird, you understand? Then Chris Middleton and what's his name? These are the guys that actually gives you what you want. But with Giannis alone, fine. I realize what Rollins is doing. What's his name? Miles Turner, but Giannis cannot take this team to where they're supposed to be. I don't know what's going to happen in the course of the season. I don't know if he's going to stay fit all through. Whether he stays fit or not, I cannot put my money on Giannis
I
winning
think
the
he
NBA.
can't do it alone. That's what I feel.
That's
He
it.
can't do
So can anybody from the Eastern Conference spring up?
No.
That's surprising.
Nah.
It looks like the light.
They look too
They're
ordinary.
too light.
They're
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 too light, too ordinary.
Too light.
And that's my anger in that same conference.
I
That's
think it's
where-
even one-sided. This Western Conference. It now makes like as if the Western Conference is the NBA, while the Eastern Conference is for the reserves. I'm watching the games. And most of the games that are intriguing are from the Western Conference. Shockingly, no, but I don't know. I don't know why it's lopsided. I don't know why. It used to be some great sides in the Western Conference, some great sides in the Eastern Conference, but right now it's lopsided. I don't know why you agree with me.
Yeah,
It's
no,
lopsided.
for a while right now, it's been the only guys I used to. I mean, okay, when the Sixers were the Sixers, when the Bucks actually
With
pull a
Bucks,
surprise,
yeah.
when the Miami Heat a
On
response
fire.
and the rest of them
Yeah.
want to do something different, when the Cleveland used to have LeBron James and Kyrie Irving, you understand? Those are the the part. Basketball starts and finish with the Western Conference. Rockets,
Right.
the
And now the
Doncic,
OKC
the
are there.
KD, the Grizzlies,
Yeah.
everybody
Mavericks
is
are
there.
crazy stuff.
And only two teams I think so far are yet to win a game this season. Yeah, only two
The
teams.
Nets.
Yeah, the Nets and the Pelicans.
The Nets are here to
Two
win
two
again.
poor teams.
For the Nets, it's understood. They
For
are
the
rebuilding.
Pelicans,
For the Pelicans,
the
you
problem.
can't have a number one draft in
Your
Williams,
team.
Zion
Zion
Williams, and
And
you're
they
not
are
doing
struggling
anything.
like this.
No,
Sad.
it's not supposed to be hard of.
But anyway, the good thing is that we've had so many high-scoring games, and I think so far this season, 16 players have scored 40 plus. So it looks like it's a goal-scoring season, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. See, there's nothing like basketball without points. I hate
Yeah,
travel
it's
games.
all about the points.
It's
Yeah.
all
What's
about-
that standard player for you?
My standard player since the beginning. Nah, come on, Shy is regular now. Tyrese Maxey from the Sixers.
Six.
That guy has a double lungs. That guy does what
Double
only him
lungs.
can do. I'm telling you the truth. Only him can do what he's doing.
Yeah.
Then he has an ally in VJ8 come that is actually supporting him. So
Helping him, yeah.
Tyrese has been playing. I wouldn't want to call Doncic. We've seen Doncic doing this in over and over.
But I
and
want
over.
him to stay
Our
fitter.
issue that's just
I
it.
just-
Stay fit
because
and do it for the
For a
longest
player
time.
that did 40 in 3 games,
Now,
if he stays fitter, it will be massive. For
the
them.
reason
For
why
Lakers.
you shout about guys like James Harden and the rest of them, because when they were fit,
They were
and they will
fire,
give-
they were fire.
James Harden will give you a 30 games with scoring 30 point plus
Consecutive
straight
for 20 games. Can do
for
it.
20, 30
He
games.
can do it. He can do it.
The same
On
thing with
his
the
feet.
LeBron James, the Steph Curry. That's
Same
what makes
Steph.
them the great guys. You understand?
But
So,
Doncic is 2 weeks
Doncic, why was he sold?
weight issues.
Simple health. So he needs to find a way of staying
Already,
healthy.
it's missed about 3 games. This
Yeah.
It's missed about 3 already.
He needs to, and that tells you the quality
He
in
likes
the Lakers.
his,
In
he
the
likes
Lakers.
his
burger.
his burger. His sandwich.
Well, he has to change. He has to.
He likes his
He has
burger.
even dropped a little
You're a
during the
huge
Yeah,
fan.
he dropped
You're
it.
I'm
you're
trying to remember
a
the name
fan
of
of
the
him, right?
But you know that already.
You love your burger
No,
also.
you love
No, I
basketball.
love Doncic. Not
Funny
my
enough,
burger.
when you know basketball, you know, I mean, which player does not look like he doesn't have to play his game very well, but he's extremely good. Probably somebody like Yannisina.
Yeah, listen.
He looks so tiny. He looks so, as if he doesn't know what to do.
Doesn't know
But
how
he
to play.
gives you more than.
Oh,
So if
yes.
you love basketball, you must somehow like Doncic.
Yeah.
He looks bulky.
He gives you the
He looks
X
a bit
factor.
immobile.
X factor.
But he gives you practically
You know,
everything.
in those days when I fell in love with basketball, it was because of the theatrics and all about the swagger about playing basketball. That's Doncic for you. You know, people who play. You know, we love the Ronaldinho. Let me digress a little bit. Ronaldinho,
Yeah.
JJ Kocha. That's what Doncic brings. He's a happy guy playing basketball. You guys can say he's not fit. He just
No,
want to
yes,
be on
he
the
wants
court
to play
and
and
be
be
happy.
happy.
I'm happy.
But at the end of the day, you need for you to be called
Because
that
you're paid
great
heavily.
guy. You're paid heavily for you to be, and probably he's going to be up for his max contract
Yeah.
because he
Sure,
was sold
he
before
will.
his max contract. This guy was like, we cannot give somebody who is not fully fit a contract that will pay him more than 200.
And that was why they let him go.
That's why they let him go.
Now he wants to show them at the. Is it the Mavericks? I think so.
No, the Mavericks. Yeah,
I
they
got
are
them
Mavericks.
in your faces.
Well, I just hope he's going to do that.
He's going to do
because
that.
at the
He's
end of
going to
the
do
day,
that.
the icing on
I
the
believe in
cake.
him.
The icing on the cake is him getting to the final
Of the NBA.
Of the NBA. Him
Yes.
winning the NBA.
No,
Because no matter
let's,
how great you are,
let's be realistic. Let's start from getting to the final first. Getting out to the playoffs and then getting to the finals.
For-
Because winning it means it's all that. With the
Judging-
squad he's got to the LA.
judging by what we've seen in the past 2 weeks,
Yeah.
they're a contender. Fact. I think both scoring and offense, they are within the first 10.
Yeah. They're
They are within the
fantastic.
first 10. Both in scoring and
doing it with Alabama just makes it
defending.
even
They are
better.
within the first 10.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves has been fantastic.
Austin
He's
Reeves,
always
what a
been
player.
fantastic.
The boy
Always been
stood
that
off.
guy.
That's a see,
Fantastic.
when you need a player to step up. See, for the first when I watched that game, Doncic was out injured and the boy stepped up.
Because if you have a player
The
that
boy
averages
stepped
30
up
points,
big
even
time.
with Doncic on the court,
Big
it's
time.
massive
It's enough.
for the
Doncic
Lakers.
gives you 40, 50. Reeves give you 30. That's almost game starter. All you need is a little here and there, and you're done, and you're through. So for me, if Austin keeps this from going,
Not when LeBron gives you almost 40, then nobody gives you up to 20.
yeah,
You
yeah.
understand?
that's how they score last season. Anyway.
That was
Well, they were not
that-
like actually like that.
That has
last
also
season.
they've gotten
But
Doncic.
like I said, they equally have an amazing team.
Yeah.
Like, that Marcus Smart
but-
starts from the
but-
bench
but
in that
Kanisa,
team.
you
That
know,
tells you a lot.
But
Yeah.
we know that for a team like OKC,
Yeah.
when Shai gives 30 or 40,
No, Shai will not give
Jalen
you 40.
Williams will give you
Wait,
40.
When Shai
I mean,
gives you
32.
30, exactly, give you
Jalen
30.
Williams will give you
30, 20.
Ludor will give a reasonable
20,
number.
30.
Chet
And-
Holmgren will give a
They share it
reasonable
around.
number.
There's no big boy there.
And
that's
I
one thing I
think-
love about
yes.
this.
Yeah, but I think what actually stand them out is their ability to stay fit.
To get that.
These guys have been
fit.
fit.
Yes.
They have been fit
play
for a
for-
while.
they
When was
know-
last time did you hear Shai missing a game because
These
of
guys
injury?
have
They
been
know what's
together since
ahead
last
of them.
season.
They know what's ahead of them. Well,
And you know, my player of this. Come on, man. Don't
Okay.
do this to me.
your player of the season so far.
Come on, man.
Your player of the season so far.
He
Don't
has to
you?
be there, man. Victor Wembanyama. Absolute
Of course.
player.
Of course.
What is
I
that
agree
with
with
his
you.
powers?
Yeah,
Do you know why I didn't call him because he's about face. Everybody knows about him. He's
The
expected.
boy is a beast, man.
He's
It's as much
expected.
as expected, but I think it took
Come on.
it
It took it to
higher
next level.
to the next
Yeah.
level.
We got quality of players he's got and playing at that level. I know he can't keep it. I
watch-
know he can't keep it like this for the next 30
I
years.
think PK.
But we're enjoying it.
Kenny
so far.
Pekin said something. That in 2 or 3 seasons to come, we'll start talking about when we talk about the greatest of all time in NBA. That we'll start talking about if Wemby continue the way he's doing right now, that it's going to be Wemby, LeBron, and Michael Jordan. That he's not going to be Michael
And that
Jordan.
guy's in
And
his early 20s.
he's in early 20s,
And he's doing what he's
I
doing.
don't know what he has gone. You remember during the off season, he was in China for some yoga training for blah blah blah, caught his hair and so many
He
other
needs all
things.
those things.
Then
The euphoria.
coming back 5, come on,
Wow,
amazing.
consecutive games.
But he's not my player for me to use Maxi. Because I know how he struggled last season. And like I said, the Sixers are doing the same without Paul George.
George, yes.
By the time Paul George comes, but even at that for now, they are not in the top contenders for me. They are in the second to the top contenders for me.
Wow.
Well, that's it on the NBA so far. Fantastic. About 8 games or 7 games, or even some
Depending,
teams have even
5
played
or 6,
4 regarding which teams for him. Tyrese.
Tyrese
Tyrese is standout player
Sixers.
so far for the Sixers for none. So it has been Victor Wembanyama for me.
Yeah.
I'll go Austin Reeves.
Not a bad player.
Yeah, fantastic so far this season. Why I say Reeves? Because if you look at the Lakers, like you said, there's
He's
no
the top
LeBron
choice.
James.
Yes, LeBron James,
There will
Doncic.
also be Doncic, but he's been able to also stand out
Yes.
Yeah.
in all of these to also show that I can be counted when these guys are also not there. But even though I still have my man,
Giannis.
against Antetokounmpo in the conversation. Sometimes I look at the
I
Milwaukee
pray he
Bucks
stays fit.
and I, feel
want
it's
him
a
to stay
family
fit.
meeting. Giannis, Thanasis, and these other.
Yeah, they have all of them
All
in
of
the
them
same team
are
right
in
now.
the same team.
Right now, they're on the same
And to
team.
be honest, if you
But
look,
guess what? None of them is part of the Kiwis. You understand?
no,
None
they're
of them is
not
part of
good
the
enough.
Kiwis.
It's like
It's
they're
family
just
basketball,
enjoying
Just I think it's part of the reason why. An attempt to just keep
to keep it. That's the only reason.
anything else,
because-
they'll say okay.
Yeah, let my brothers come
Beautiful.
along with me because come on, Thanasis and what's the other guy's name?
Genesis and
I'm trying to
Constant.
Constantinos. There's absolutely nothing they are doing with the Milwaukee Bucks. But
The
that's
man, the
it.
Constant won. All of them have won the chips.
Yeah.
Surprisingly,
Yeah.
Constant won with the Lakers.
Yes.
White Tenasis won it with Giannis in
Giannis,
this. So
remember
they've won the. What we're talking about, what Luka has no won, what Embiid has no won, what so many other top guys. Come on, give it to them, my brother.
Even fringe players they're even struggling to be on the bench. I've also won it. But that's it. The NBA so far fantastic. I love of the NBA. You should watch out for the games. Even though some in Nigerian they say some games are on the ungodly hour. But of course, that's the beauty of the
Yeah.
sports. The NBA.
This is I sleep till 3 o'clock.
Where the 76ers and the OKC leading in both conferences. Even though the OKC fantastic 7-0. That team,
Back to back.
that team
Smoking.
look like one team that will be doing it back to back and maybe
They're
to
a
back
contender.
again. They are definitely a contender. That conference
Yeah.
is packed,
It is.
and you love to see the Lakers, of course, the Warriors. Going to be an amazing season in the NBA. Off the pitch, brought to you by Azar Studios.